How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to the Bonneville Cocktail Collection. Now, the spirit we are looking at today is said to be having a bit of a comeback this year, but with hundreds of millions of bottles of it sold every year, did it ever really go away? So without any further ado, here is Vodka Cocktails VOL II. All right, guys, first up is a modern classic by one of our favorite bartenders, the late great Dick Bradshaw. This is called a Polish Martini. Now, the original version was equal parts of the 4 ingredients. There's a few different versions where the ratios have been played around with a little bit, but we're just going to go with Dick's original recipe. So it's 25 mils of vodka, 25 mils of a flavoured vodka, bison grass vodka. This is a brand called Zubrovka. There's a few different ones around, but this is probably the best known one. 25 mils of that. 25 mils of honey liqueur. I believe this one is called Krupnik. And then last but not least, 25 mils of apple juice. Now, Dick's original recipe used just cheap, clear apple juice. You can try it with the cloudy, expensive stuff if you like. And that's it. So we just shake that up. And we'll fine strain that into a chilled cocktail glass. Garnish that with a slice of apple. You can do a wedge on the rim if you like. We just made a very thin slice with a mandolin. And there you have the Polish Martini. All right, guys, next up is a drink called the Clubland Cocktail. This is from the 1930s, actually from a book called Café Royale Cocktail Book by Bill Tarling. This was named after one of the ingredients. So it's vodka and white port, and the brand of port used was called Clubland, but I don't think it exists anymore, so we're just going to go with what we've got. So it's equal parts vodka. We're going to go for about 40 ml. And the white port. And then a dash of Angostura bitters. Just try one dash first. If you want more, add more after. So put those in your mixing glass and top that up with ice. And we'll give that a good stir. Let's check for dilution. Brilliant. And then we're going to strain that into a chilled cocktail glass. Beautiful. Finally, we're going to garnish that with a nice large orange zest. And that is the Clubland Cocktail. All right, guys, the next drink is from one of our other favourite bartenders and mentors, Mr. Dale de Groff, King Cocktail himself. This is called a Grapefruit Julep. It's a shake and drink. We're going to start with 2 sprigs of mint. Give them a slap, whack them in the shaker. 15 mils of fresh lime juice. 15 mils of honey syrup. 15 mils of agave syrup. 40 mils of your vodka. Now, Dale's recipe recommends using a grapefruit flavoured vodka by Finlandia. We don't have that, so we're just going to go with our normal vodka. 40 mils of freshly squeezed pink grapefruit juice. And 30 mils of pomegranate juice. I've seen a few recipes that have grenadine instead of the pomegranate juice, but we've got a couple of syrups in this one, so we probably don't need the sweetness, so we'll just go with the juice. And that is it. We'll shake that up. And we're going to strain that. Actually, we'll fine strain that because there's of the mint in there. We'll get all the bits of mint out. This is going in a highball glass. Now, if you've got julep cups, feel free to use them. Dale's recipe specifies just a highball, so that's what we're going to use. And we're going to go some crushed ice. If you've only got cubed, just use that. Give that a stir.
Get the glassware nice and frosty. And our straw, top up with ice. We'll garnish that with a nice piece of pink grapefruit. Let's bring them in. And that is the Grapefruit Julep. Our next drink is quite a modern recipe from the Artesian bar here in London, which was until quite recently, I think, voted the best bar in the world for a few years running. This is called a reality check. It's actually a thrown drink, so we're going to throw it in a minute, but we'll start with our ingredients. So first off is 5 raspberries, which we're going to muddle in the bottom of a Boston tin. Next up is our vodka, which we use 20 mils. Then we're going to use a liqueur called Bekarovka, which is a herbal liqueur. It's got quite strong cinnamon and clove notes. Next up is 7.5 mils of lime juice, 10 mils of simple syrup, and a good dash of bitters. Last but not least is lager, Pilsner, the recipe calls for. It says about 80 mils, so we'll just measure that out roughly. I'm going to do like 100 for ease. And yeah, so I said this is a thrown drink. Throw it. The way you do that, this can be done with or without ice actually. You get some ice in your Boston tin, and then either with your julep strainer or hawthorn strainer, it's good to chuck it in inverted, so this kind of stops any splashback when we throw it. So you're going to take a second tin, you hold that at the top, and then start up high, and then we pass that from one tin to another, and then the other way. This recipe says to throw it 4 times. And then we strain it into a beer glass. Top with ice. And there's your reality check. Last but not least, we are going to do another drink by one of our favourites, Dick Bradshaw. This is called a Russian Spring Punch. It's a very simple drink, and we're going to start with raspberries again. 7 of those. Fresh is best. Give those a muddle. Then we're going to go 7.5 ml creme de framboise, which is a raspberry liqueur. Same amount is of cassis, creme de cassis. 10 mils of simple syrup. $25 mils of lemon juice. And then your vodka, we'll go 50, you can do a bit less if you'd prefer. And that's nearly it. We'll give that a quick shake. Don't need to go too hard. And then we're going to strain that into a highball. If you want to get the bits of raspberry out, feel free to fine strain. This drink was originally made in a, well, I remember making it when I was a young bartender in a sling glass. You don't see them around that often anymore, but it's just a very tall, thin glass. Okay, so we're going to top with ice, and then we'll take our sparkling wine, champagne, prosecco, whatever you have. I think it was originally champagne, and we'll slowly top. One thing I should have said is put your straw in first, so I've made a mistake there, because you want to keep the separation. So if I very gently put that in, you can still see the separation there. And that's it. We'll garnish that with lemon and some raspberries. And that is the Russian Spring Punch.
Alright guys, there's another 5 vodka cocktail for you to try. Let us know how you get on with those in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for your support. We love reading your comments. Guys, if you enjoy what we're doing here and you haven't already, please like, subscribe and share. And don't forget to hit the notification button and you'll be alerted as soon as we upload our next video, which will be very, very soon. Thanks again, we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And how do I supposed to say it? Don't forget to like, subscribe and and don't forget to hit What? Give it a table.
No. No.
If you haven't already and you enjoy what...
It's really close.